guys, welcome to another video. I wasn't actually planning on picking you up this morning. I'm so pale. I'm going to turn away from the window, but yeah, I wasn't planning on starting this video, but I'm just doing some bits and bobs around the house, and I thought that I would just start this now and pick you up as and when we're doing things, because it's very sporadic, I think that's the right word, when we actually get time to do things. Obviously during the week we both work full time, so we rarely do much on a night after work, so we're limited to like weekends and depending what's going on the weekend. So yeah, I thought I would just start this video now, and it'll probably just be jumpy from day to day, weekend to weekend, but it's a start. And I'm just pottering around doing some bits this morning. So I'm on my second load of washing, I've done the bedding, I've sorted out some clothes upstairs. The kitchen situation is still ongoing, that'll be in a separate video, but that should start coming together hopefully a bit more tomorrow. But yeah, I'm doing a whole separate video on that, so I won't go into too much detail about the kitchen. But yeah, I'm just gonna have a little bit of a tidy round, and I will take you along with me, chat to you along the way. You can keep me company because Louis is going suit shopping this afternoon with one of his friends. There's quite a few of us that are all getting married this year, so there's lots of exciting things going on. But yeah, I'm just gonna crack on with what I'm doing, and I will speak to you at some point later on today. Tidy around the house, and I'm feeling a lot better, a lot more productive. I've been feeling really like demotivated, is that the right word, or unmotivated, and just sluggish and a little bit rubbish over the past couple of weeks, I would say. I don't know what it is. I don't know whether it's just because it's January, and I know January hits people in very different ways, and I usually feel quite like motivated, ready for the new year, but I feel like I want something, I don't know, like I want to get my life together sort of thing, and then when it doesn't happen I feel really like down. I think I expect like amazing things to happen in like the first week of January, and obviously they just don't. I thought someone was at the door then. I don't know why I'm sat on the floor either. But yeah, I just feel like there's so much that I want to do, and I just don't have the time to do it, and then I feel really disappointed when things aren't happening. Obviously we've lived back in this house for probably about 5 weeks, maybe it's 5 or 6 weeks now, and obviously things are starting to like build up a little bit. Everywhere needs cleaning and tidying, and I suppose that's something that we didn't have on our mind as much when we were at Louis' mum's. Whereas now obviously we've moved back into this house, there's more space, there's more rooms, the rooms are bigger, and everywhere needs cleaning and tidying, as well as me working full time, Louis working full time, him doing like extra jobs on the side, or just working on our house, me doing extra jobs on the side. And yeah, I want to do it all, but I'm just sort of not fitting it all in. I think I just need to manage my time a little bit more so that I feel like I'm hitting everything that I want to hit. But anyway, I wanted to open this with you because my sister bought me this for my birthday last year. So it's been almost exactly a year. My birthday is in February, and I remember at the time when she bought me it, I sort of put it away and thought, and I had this image in my head of opening this and setting it all up. By the way, it's like the neon little essential oils diffuser thing. This is the mini version. I think there's a bigger version of this. Oh, he's so cute. But yeah, I can remember at the time, because we'd recently moved into this house, so we were in probably quite a similar situation this time last year. Everything was all over the place, everywhere was a mess, it wasn't very nice, and it's still like that a little bit, but at least we've got this room that is our little sanctuary on a night that we can just get cozy in. We've got curtains up around the window now, so people can't see straight into our living room, which is nice. But yeah, I just had this image in my head of like when our house was done, getting this out of the box and having it set up looking nice. So that's what I'm gonna do today basically. So I don't know how many, I've got the actual thing. I feel like there was 3 of the little oils, but I've only got 2 here. Might have only been 2, like I say, it was last year. So this one is De-Stress, which I think I need, and this one is Boost Your Energy. Both of them I could definitely do with. I'm gonna get this set up, I think, and then the dryer has just beeped, so I need to go and make the bed. I might do that first, because there's nothing worse than leaving that job and forgetting about it and going to go to bed, or getting to like 9 o'clock at night and the bed's not made. So I might go and do that, so that is another job done. Oh, it's pink. Oh, right, so this is what it looks like. The top is like mirrored like this. Oh my god, it's so fancy. I don't have things this fancy in my house. My sister's always really good at buying presents as well. She buys like the nicest. What? It's not for you. Yeah, she buys the nicest presents. So I'm going to read the instructions and get this set up. So I've got it working. It was very straightforward, literally just put the bottle in and turn it on. So it says for low intensity, which is what I'm thinking I'm gonna do there. So pod will atomize for 15 seconds, we'll stop for 2 minutes and 45 seconds and repeat. Right, okay, I think I'm just gonna go with that. So if we alright, okay. Oh, there we go. It's going. Yeah, that's on low intensity there. So I'm going to leave that doing its thing. I'm going to make myself a cup of tea and I'm going to get my laptop on, sit and do some work and just have a chilled afternoon. So I'm just now getting myself ready for bed. It's a lot later on in the day. So I'm literally just going to take my makeup off. I've got tins of paint on my dressing table still, obviously. My skincare has been literally just non-existent for like probably the past year, to be honest, just because of the state of everything. It's probably not really a good enough excuse, but I don't know where half of my stuff is or anything. So it's literally makeup wipes, and I do have like an in-shower just sort of cheap skin cleanser thing that I do use when I'm in the shower, but I don't actually always remember to use that every day because I like to take it off with a flannel. I feel like if I sort of not scrub my face but wash it off with a flannel, it's a lot more like thorough. It actually cleans your skin a little bit more. But yeah, I am just being very lazy at the moment and just taking my makeup off with a makeup wipe. I remembered to make the bed earlier, which is good. I do just need to put some of the pillowcases on. But I'm going to get my pyjamas on. I'm still doing some work because I usually do just sit pretty much every night and do work on my laptop just while like the telly's on in the background and stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Tomorrow hopefully should be a productive day with the kitchen, but fingers crossed by the time you're seeing this video you'll have already seen the kitchen video, or if you haven't, it should be the video before this one. But yeah, I'm actually really excited to get the kitchen sorted and hopefully get some like boxes unpacked and just have a little bit of like a functional kitchen. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today. I will pick you up next time I'm doing something productive, basically. Good afternoon, everyone. I've literally just been to pick up our new like countertop hob, basically. So this is the Cookworks black tabletop hot plate. I'll show you the box. So I've just ordered this off Argos. I was going to say Amazon, not Amazon, Argos. It was £33, I think. Let me take my coat off. Yes, so I've been to collect this because the only thing that we're missing out of the kitchen that we've just picked up is a hob. They did obviously have a hob, but I think it was quite a new one, so they were planning on just taking it out and reusing it in their new kitchen. So that didn't come with the kitchen, and obviously this kitchen is going to be as temporary as it can be. Like, as soon as we can get our proper kitchen, we will. Obviously I can't say exactly when that will be, we'll just have to see how this year goes. So I couldn't really be bothered faffing about with like cutting the worktop to fit a hob and buying a new hob or trying to get one off Facebook Marketplace and connecting it up, and I just can't be bothered with any additional chew or work or effort if it's not essential at the moment. I feel like we just need to keep everything as straightforward as possible, do whatever we need to do to just live comfortably and just breeze through. We don't have time for any additional things, so this is what we're doing basically. So I thought I would just open it up with you and see what it's like. So obviously we'll just have this like on the worktop. I don't know whether I'm going to be able to get this out. Yeah, we'll just like have it on the worktop. I'll probably pop it away in one of the cupboards when we're not using it. I'm going to get our slow cooker down from upstairs as well and use that a lot more, because I know that there'll be loads of meals that I can do in the slow cooker that I've never tried. So I'm just going to have to be a little bit experimental with that. Oh, it's upside down. Okay, an instruction manual. I'm guessing it's pretty straightforward. Yeah, so that is pretty much it. This is what I'm going to be cooking all of our meals on for the next year or so. I think I'm going to have to maybe put this closer to the window if I can and open the window, just because obviously like all of this steam is just going up and hitting the ceiling. But can you tell I'm excited that I'm actually cooking the first, well, I don't want to say the first proper meal because we've had an oven for quite a while now, but the first time I've cooked on a hob in this house since the extension's been done. So yeah, I actually am just quite excited for this pasta and sauce meal. If anybody works from home, you'll understand the struggle of being cold all the time. I've actually got a proper like red Rudolph nose. Basically, the days that I am at home, this is the situation. I literally live in this. Louis actually bought me this years ago because I've always been a cold person. No matter how warm it is in the house, I will be cold. So he actually bought this probably about, I don't know, maybe it's about 3 years ago. And to be honest, I've never really worn it that much. But the past like couple of months, every time I've been complaining about being cold, he's like, oh well, I bought you that thing and you never wear it, blah de blah. So he actually went and found it and started wearing it himself. So he was like trotting around the house in this bright pink jumper every night, and since then I just sort of stole it off him and I now wear it every day. And to be honest, it does actually keep me really warm. The only bits that are cold are obviously my face and my nose and my hands. I literally live in my Ugg boots as well, all my slippers and fluffy socks, and yeah, I'm literally just wrapped up all the time. But it is a lot colder today than it has been. It's like the temperature has dropped quite a lot and it's quite icy out there, so that's probably why it's feeling a bit colder in here. But I've just finished work. It's literally just about to get dark. I thought I would just have a little chat. This vlog has just been a bit of a random, chilled, chatty type vlog. I'm feeling at the moment like, I don't know whether it's just, I mentioned this earlier in this video I think, but my brain is working like overtime and I've got all of these things that I need to do and that I want to do, and the house and the wedding and work and like just lots going on. And I think I'm feeling a little bit like I'm not being productive enough every day, but there's only so many hours in a day and there's only so much that we can do, and I just wish that we had literally more time. I've never ever struggled with sleeping. I've always gone to bed like fairly early. I'm not a night owl at all. I always used to be in bed for probably about 10 o'clock-ish, and I would say now, even if I go up to bed at like 10:30, I'm not actually going to sleep until closer to midnight, which I know still isn't that late, but I feel like there's so much running through my head that I'm struggling to like switch off and calm down and go to sleep. So yeah, that's just a me problem that I need to work on a little bit I think. But I thought I would just give you a bit of not an update with the house, because obviously you'll have seen in this video we've got our kitchen video as well, which you might have seen. If not, that'll be coming up at some point. That's just sort of like an ongoing job in the background. But this year basically is, I feel ridiculous sat in this pink thing, but I really don't want to take it off. Please just ignore that. I do have a nice jumper on underneath. But yeah, this year really is going to be focused on our wedding, which is in the summer. And we've had our wedding booked now for over a year. And I think all of like the main things are booked and have been booked for quite a while. I was conscious that I needed to get things booked in months and months and months ago because I know what weddings are like. So I did do that, but all of the little details we haven't even really thought about. So now is the time that I feel like it's coming around quickly, and it is just going to suddenly spring up on us that like we're getting married in a couple of months. So I have definitely started thinking about more like wedding things, little details, centerpieces, flowers. I need to find some bridesmaid dresses. Louis went and tried the tux on at the weekend. So yeah, we're just sort of on with wedding bits. And obviously because of the wedding, that does mean that the house is going to have to take a bit of a back seat, which was always the plan this year. We've known for the past probably year and a half that this year was going to be a struggle, because we wanted to do so much. Obviously we didn't have to get married this year, but we booked the wedding before we knew that we were moving. But we were aware that if we got this house, we would be moving, sort of thing, if that makes sense. Which is why we did keep the wedding a lot smaller, and I'm quite pleased with the wedding that we've planned so far. It's not over the top. We've kept the guest list down. Our actual room at the wedding venue has a maximum number of guests, so we have to stick to that anyways, which has made it a lot easier. And yeah, we've just not really gone over the top with anything. I'm not too fussy about how, like, having my dream wedding day or anything. I just want it to be nice. I just want everyone to be there that I want to be there. I want everyone to enjoy themselves. But in terms of lots of extra things that are going to cost us more and cause us more stress, and I'm just not interested. I just want it to be easy to plan, obviously as cheap as possible, as well as being as nice as possible. You know, this is still a big day and I do still want it to be special, but that doesn't necessarily mean spending an absolute fortune. So I'm happy with how the wedding planning is going, but yeah, obviously something has to give, and that is the house. So I think the overall plan for this year is just to sort of plod along and just do small jobs here and there, but there won't be any major projects anytime soon, I wouldn't say. So yeah, obviously we will have lots of little projects ongoing. We need to do lots of organisation, just the usual, moving things from one room to another. We've got all of our belongings basically stored in the bedrooms upstairs, because we converted the garage. The room that I'm sat in now was the garage, which we converted. The loft isn't boarded yet. That is something that we will look at doing in the future. And we have a teeny tiny little shed in the garden. So at the moment, storage is a little bit of a struggle. Obviously there's only us two and we've now got 4 bedrooms, so there's plenty of space in the house, but we've just got a complete mixture of stuff all over the place. Everything is still covered in dust, and yeah, we just need to have a little bit of an organise. We haven't really done that since we moved back in, because it was so close to Christmas when we moved in. We literally just sort of got what we needed set up and just dealt with that, and haven't really had the time yet to properly go through all of our stuff and just organise everything. So that is a job that we will be doing in the next few weeks. I do plan on doing quite a bit of painting. I'm definitely going to paint the woodwork, so I'm going to paint the banister, the stairs. I might even paint some of the walls, like in the hallway and stuff, even though they need plastering. Again, that's another job that maybe won't be top of our priority list this year. So even if the walls are very textured and chipped and don't look great, I might just put some paint on, because at the moment I don't even know what colour they are. I don't know whether they're like a greeny colour. Either way, a lick of paint will definitely just make everything look a bit better. We also need to continue with the flooring, which I feel like is just one of those jobs that I don't want to say we're putting it off, but again, we need a good stretch of time to start it and finish it all in one weekend ideally. The flooring isn't something that you want to like drag on for weeks. And yeah, obviously we've got the bedrooms upstairs. Once we've organised our things, moved stuff around, we might be able to set up a little bit of a dressing room situation like we had before, because we do need somewhere to store our clothes. We're struggling at the moment cramming too much into our bedroom because the other rooms are full of storage. So once we've moved things around a little bit, that should be a bit more comfortable for us. And then obviously we've got the little bedroom, which before the extension we had put the desk in there so that I had somewhere that I could work. So there's lots of little projects that we can be getting on with in the house just with what we've got that we don't actually have to spend money on. We just need a bit of time to do it. So yeah, that's basically how the next few months are probably going to be looking. Just lots of little jobs in the house, lots of wedding planning. So if anybody is interested in any wedding content, I know this channel is very house related, but the wedding is going to take up a lot of our time and energy this year. So yeah, if anybody wants to know more about that or wants me to go into any more detail, then let me know. But yeah, I'm about to lose the last of the daylight now. I think it is getting very, very dark. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this chilled vlog, and I will see you in the next video.